Hey guys, it's Mike coming back with another Johnny Bench PC update video, and I got a nice Greenberg piece to show with you guys too. And big mail day, I got the rest of those Sterling cards in from the one guy that's been selling his collection to me. And got a package from Chad, Thundering 24. Don't know what that is, Chad, so I'm kind of interested to see what's in there. From the package it's hard to tell, but we'll see what's in there. But and I got one nice piece in from the Greenberg collection, and a little history lesson with that one too, if I can go over that with you guys. But first I'm going to open up Chad's here. Chad, I wasn't expecting anything from you, and doesn't seem like a card, so I'm kind of interested to see what's in here. Let's see what we got here. I appreciate it, Chad. There we go. Let's see. I thought you would enjoy this. Hope it fits too. Take care, Chad, Thundering 24. And check out the card. Marshall University rookie, Marco and Chad Caldwell, Thundering 24. That's cool. I didn't know you had your own rookie card, Chad, so to speak. But that's very cool. Get the daggone focus working here. Autograph to boot. Thank you, Chad. That's very cool. Let's see what we got here. I know what that is. I saw that on the Topps website. I almost bought it. That's cool. Thank you, Chad. That's very cool. The Topps website is selling a bunch of signs and shirts and t-shirts, and I'll show you guys that one. Johnny Bench for mayor. So I guess I hope you can make the national, Chad, because if so, I should be wearing this to greet you. I hope. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's kind of funny when you look at something and you're like, yeah, I'd like to have that, and I don't know, for some reason you don't get it, and then it ends up coming anyway. Maybe it's some sort of fate your body knows about or something. But that is very cool, Chad. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And move on to these packages. Oh, I'm going to do the little one first. It's kind of funny. I emailed the guy and said I'm going to send the final payment for the bench cards. And then later that night, I'm flipping through and I see the 2013, I believe, is Topps Tier 1 Gold Auto 1 of 1 on eBay. And I'm like, oh man, that's the only one I'm missing. And I look down and see who is selling it, and it's the guy selling all his Sterling cards. And I got so wrapped up with the Sterling cards, I didn't even think to ask him about what else he had. And he had this 1 of 1. And the funny thing was, in 2013, I remember bidding against him with this card, for this card. So late after we settled on a price, I emailed him and said, "Did you get this as a redemption? Because I think I was bidding against you on this card." And he laughed and said, "Yeah, and I'm gonna send you the redemption card with it too." So this is kind of funny how things go full circle. That's probably a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, and here it is. So first, he sent me this one. Oh yes, that is awesome. And he did send the redemption card. 2013 Tier 1 Auto Gold Ink Parallel 1 of 1. And it's a beauty. That is a gorgeous card. Big ol' autograph on that one. That is beautiful. Wow. Kind of funny, I got so wrapped up with the Sterling, I didn't even think to ask him about his other cards. I think that's all he's got that's 1-on-1, so everything else he'd have from Tier 1 and 5-star I've already got, but yeah, I can't believe I almost missed on that one, so just a beautiful card there. I don't know, do you guys collect these too? If I can keep these, I like having the little redemption card to go with them. And this is the main package that has the rest of the Sterling. So I got from him, good grief, this is another 8 1-of-1s. It should be some gold and 3 gold cards. So I've got, of 2006 Sterling, I've got all the base parallel. I've got 4 of the 5 all 5 of the cherry wood 1-of-1s, and I've got 4 of the 5 of the sterling, I keep calling them platinum, but they're sterling silver 1-of-1s. And of 2008 now with this package, I've got all 11 sterling silver 1-of-1s, and I've got 8 of the cherry wood cherry 1-of-1s. So I'm just missing 3 or 4 cards now to have everything. And as everybody knows, Sterling's my favorite anyway. Still can't believe this guy. His name's Todd, and he was so patient over the last 3 or 4 months to let me buy this whole collection. He's still got tons more, but I've got everything else that he's got for the most part. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. I think I was talking with Chad, who gave me the t-shirt, that he said that he'd never come across a guy that was so patient or kind enough to hold a large assortment of cards for him so that he could buy what he needed or wanted. And I was just very fortunate. He's just another bench guy that wanted a bench collector to have him, and as far as I know, he still hasn't sold the rest of them. That Tier 1 was the first one I've seen that he offered that was not part of this set here. So I guess he's going to go ahead and start listing those now. Wow, this is amazing. So he's got, it should be 7 of the sterling silver 1-of-1s, and then 3 more of the gold. I've got, give me all the gold. All right. So, oh, that's a 5 of 5 too. Oh, that's beautiful. So here are the gold. This is card number 13. There's 11 cards, base cards for bench, different base cards in 2008 sterling. Number 1 of 5. This is card number 17. That's number 2 of 5. And this is very cool because it's a 5 of 5. Uniform number. Now, I'm not one to use eBay 1-of-1 very often, so you won't hear that come out of me. I love that picture of him too. 5 of 5 gold, so that gives me all the gold. And wow, it's just amazing to even hold that many of these cards at one time. But think how hard he put it together. Card 23. Sterling silver 1 of 1. Number 17. Number 18. Beautiful card. Number 19. Number 20. Number 21. And number 22. Just beautiful. So, Todd, if for some reason you're watching, can't thank you enough. Really appreciate you doing that. And then just to top it off with the tier 1 1 of 1. Just beautiful. And let's see here. I'm going to end this mail day with this package. Most of you know now that I collect Hank Greenberg as my secondary PC. So it's gotten quite involved in recent months. This is very cool. There's a lot of players like he played in the from 1933, well 1930, but 1933 to 1947. In 1940, he was drafted at the end of the year. He went into the Army, where he became a sergeant, and he was there until he was discharged on December 5th, 1941. That was actually 2 days before the attack on Pearl Harbor. So he missed all of the 1941 season, serving his country. He was the first American League player to join the the services, and he served for a year. Since we were not at war with them, they allowed I think it was over 28. If you're over 28 and served 1 year, they let you go home. And he was discharged on December 5th, 1941, which is 2 days before the attack on Pearl Harbor. Needless to say, a lot of the players that were drafted in 1941 went back. He didn't wait to be re-enlisted. He went ahead and joined the United States Army Air Forces. I assume that today the Air Force is a separate branch, but back then it was part of the Army. And he didn't want to be back in the regular Army. He wanted to go into the Air Force. So instead of waiting to be recalled after the attack on Pearl Harbor, he went ahead and rejoined and signed back up again in January of 1942. Again, the first American League player to join again. And he served almost 4 total years till almost at the end of the summer 1945. So like a lot of players at that time, he missed a good 5 years of his career. So if you look at his numbers, he hit like low 300s on his home runs, but if he would have played his whole career, he'd been up around at least 500, I would say, probably if not more, and probably be more well known to today's people, today's fans and such. But as it was, he was highly respected, and they did what they thought was right. And you got to admire all the players that served during World War II and gave all that time. But the interesting thing about this piece is that I saw it on eBay, and I talked to my friend Brian, who's another Hank Greenberg collector. Hey, Brian. And we were talking about the uniqueness of this piece. I did a little research, and as I said, he rejoined in January of '42 after the attack, and he was a sergeant at that time. And when he rejoined, he did his the first assignment he had was to MacDill Field in Tampa, Florida, and he was there from, I'd say, late January through, I think it was around the 1st of April. So he was only there for a few months in 1942. After he completed that term, they bumped him up from sergeant to lieutenant, or first lieutenant, I would say. So he was just a sergeant after his second stint from the time he was in Florida for about a 4-month period. And as I keep rambling along, the reason I got this piece is that this is on a, let's see if it'll show up well on the holder. This is a letter, stationery from MacDill Field in Tampa, Florida. And if I can figure out how to manipulate this. And it's on their letterhead, and it says, "Best regards from Sergeant Hank Greenberg." And it says, "Beautiful." I think it's pretty unique. I don't know if I've ever seen him sign anything Sergeant as far as it's been on eBay or anything like that. But I can date it definitely from like January to April of 1942. And it's one of the few times you'll see an early signature of his, and it's got his sergeant designation, because after that he was a first lieutenant after April or May of 1942. So I thought this is a pretty cool little piece of Hank Greenberg history here, and it's just a beautiful piece on their stationery. MacDill does still exist. I think it's not called Field anymore, but it's a Air Force Base now in Tampa. It'd only been around for a year or two, I think, when he was there. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. I just think that I love historical pieces, and I love when you can date an item. And when he signed it with his sergeant, Hank Greenberg, I just thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, I know this is dragged on, but Major Mayday, my Sterling collection is that just really puts it over the top. I'm going to keep trying to get the last few pieces I need, but I've got nearly everything. Just about. That's not a one of one, and it's really been fun collecting that over the last few years. And thank you, Todd, if you are watching, for letting me put that together and adding that to my, and just too cool. But Chad, thank you again for the shirt. Very cool. I plan on wearing that for the National. And hope everybody's doing well. Thanks a lot. You all take care. Bye-bye.